traffic, sis! I don't even want to talk to you during the day, Ashley. Why are you texting me in the middle of the night? The middle of the night? What? Have you, looked out a window recently? It's in the middle of the afternoon, you dork! Is that some lame attempt at a joke? I see your sense of humor hasn't improved after all these years. Skip it, Ashley. What do you want? Come on now. Is that any way to talk to your favorite little sister? Anyway, I heard the big news. You and our parents moved to a nice new house, huh? Why didn't you tell me about that? I'm family too. I deserve to know. No, actually, you don't deserve to know anything. We cut you off, Ashley. Mom and Dad disowned you, and so did I. No way! Are you being for real right now? You're really still mad about that? It's been 3 years already! Let's just be clear about what the "that" is that you were referring to. You slept with my fiancé, Ashley, and you waited until the day before the wedding to let me know. What can I say? I love surprises! And it was a really big surprise, wasn't it? You guys had already booked the wedding, so you were gonna have to pay a cancellation fee either way. So I figured it would be the funniest to wait until the night before to break the news. You thought it would be funny? Can't say I agree. For me, it was the single most painful experience I've ever been through. Okay, Naomi, for real. It's been 3 years already. 3 years! How long are you planning on holding that against me? If you thought that's the sort of thing that just goes away after 3 years, you're sadly mistaken. No, I don't plan on forgiving you for the rest of my life. Ugh, you are such a vitriolic, spiteful, jealous bitch. You know that. I mean, why do you think Evan dumped you for me anyway? It's because your personality is crap. I don't want to hear that from the likes of you, Ashley. You know what your problem is? You keep blaming other people for your problems. You need to take a look in the mirror and realize that you're to blame for this too. Yet again, you are not in any position to be saying that to me. What? Would you rather I broke the news on the day of the wedding rather than the day before? I mean, I didn't have to, but I told you in advance anyway. A simple thank you would be nice. Don't pretend you did that for my sake. You only told me the day before because the cancellation fee would go from 80% to 100% if you waited until the day of the wedding. Maybe. But hey, whatever the reason was, I still told you in advance. Imagine if I had told you I was sleeping with Evan while you were putting on your dress. Or better yet, what if I spoke up during the speak now or forever hold your peace thing? You gotta look on the bright side, Naomi. Things could have been way worse for you. Anyway, I think it's been long enough that we can move past our somewhat troubled past and be sisters again. I have to hand it to you, Ashley. It takes a lot of guts to say something that black-hearted to me. So what's your angle? Why do you all of a sudden want to be best buds again? I heard through the grapevine that you had a brand new house built and that it's awesome! And it's also pretty huge, right? So I was thinking maybe me and Devin could move in with you, Mom, and Dad, and we could all be one big happy family again. No. No? That's all you're gonna say? Why not? That's all you deserve to hear. I wouldn't let you two move in with me if you were homeless in the middle of winter. Okay, well, what if you moved out then? I mean, don't you think it's kinda lame to still be living with our parents at your age? Think of this as the perfect opportunity for you to finally start living on your own. You know, stand on your own 2 feet for once. I don't want to get lectured by a perpetually unemployed slacker about standing on my own 2 feet. And the reason I still live with them is that I'm far too concerned about Mom and Dad's health to leave them by themselves. You know that their health is starting to fail. I want to keep them nearby so I can be there to help them if something happens. Okay, then I've got a great idea. How about Evan and I look after them for you? There, that's the perfect solution. Everyone wins. How exactly do I win by moving out of the house that I paid for so you can move in with the man you stole from me? Would you just give it a rest already? Just tell me where your new house is so we can move in with you. Korea. Korea? Yes, Korea. Perhaps you've heard of it.
Naomi!
Evan, I would say you've got some balls to be texting me, but I'm familiar enough with your anatomy to know that isn't the case.
Oh, wow, that is going over the line. Totally uncalled for. Ashley's been totally freaking out for the last few hours. I take it you have something to do with that?
Why are you blaming my sister's emotional instability on me?
Put yourself in my shoes, okay? I just came home from work, I'm exhausted and want to relax. But from the second I walked in the door, my wife is screaming about Naomi's a jerk, Naomi sucks, I hate Naomi. How am I supposed to relax when she's like this? And it's all because you told her some stupid lie about living in Korea or something. I mean, are you really that opposed to living with Ashley?
I meant everything I said to her, including both about how I'd rather die than live with her and about living in Korea.
Okay, whatever.
And what's the deal with you guys anyway? Why do you want to live with me all of a sudden?
Yeah, about that. The thing is, things at the company haven't been going well lately. It's going pretty terribly, actually. I want to keep giving Ashley the same standard of living we've had up until now, but it's just not financially feasible. And when I talked to her about having to tighten our belts for a while, she totally flipped out on me. You know what she said to me? If you're not gonna give me the life of a pampered princess that I deserve, then why the hell did I steal you from Naomi in the first place? Can you believe that? She said that to my face.
Wow, what a scumbag.
Right?
Yeah, she's as much of a scumbag as you are. You two are perfect for each other.
Man, you are one tough girl. And you know, that's honestly what made me attracted to you in the first place.
Dear God, stop it, Evan. You're gonna make me throw up. Anyway, I want to make this as short as possible, so get back to the point.
Right. So a little while ago, I heard that you and your parents had moved, and that your new house was some kind of crazy, ritzy mansion.
And so you thought that you would take advantage of my fortunate situation and move in with me? I see you're just as self-centered as you always were.
Come on, Naomi, would you stop that? Let's talk like adults here. And I shouldn't have to remind you of the reason why my company is doing so poorly these days.
Enlighten me, Evan. What happened that stopped your company's swift ascent in the industry?
You know exactly what happened. You were the only person in the company that spoke Korean, Japanese, and Chinese, so you were the one handling the contracts with all our Asian clients. But then you up and quit the company without even giving us enough time to find someone to take your place. After that, we kept losing contract after contract because the AI translation tools just weren't good enough for real communication.
So you're saying that's my fault, are you? What was your plan, Evan? Did you think that you could betray me in the worst way possible, but that I'd still be a good, loyal employee for you?
Well, I was kind of hoping you'd stay on.
For your information, I did do my best to leave you a detailed description of all the Asian companies and their contracts to make things easier for my replacement. I didn't have to do that. You honestly didn't deserve that. But I did it anyway. Not for you, though. It was for the sake of our clients. I had built up a good relationship with them, and I didn't want them to get hit with the consequences of your appalling behavior.
I've already told you I was sorry about everything that happened. I honestly don't know how things got so out of control. It's just... Ashley came on really hard to me, and it was at a time when I was under a ton of stress from work, and, well, Ashley is pretty hot and all. Sometimes I think, what would things be like if all that stuff didn't happen, you know? Like we could still be together, happily married, maybe a couple kids.
For the love of God, Evan, tell me you're not trying to leverage my sister being an evil psychopath into getting me to forgive you and take you back.
Huh? Oh, God, no! That's not what I'm saying at all!
Okay, then make your point. What the hell do you want?
It's just... Well, look at yourself. The way you're reacting means you're obviously still angry at me. So I thought, I don't know, maybe you still had some feelings left for me. You know what they say, the opposite of love isn't hate, it's indifference.
I'm struggling to understand this. Like, really, how can you be talking like this after all this time, after everything you did?
Yeah, that's just the thing. It's been 3 years since, all that stuff happened. And it's taken me this long to see how much you meant to me. Don't you get that? Life with Ashley is not the best. She's been a housewife for 3 years now, but she still doesn't know how to cook or clean. All she knows how to do is spend money. And let me tell you what, she is really good at that.
And you chose her over me, so now you get to live with the totally foreseeable consequences.
I don't know, I wouldn't really say I chose her per se. I was just in a bad spot, and she was just too much temptation to resist.
Please, Evan, you're embarrassing yourself. There is nothing you could say or do to get me to take you back. Ever. Not to mention, I'm already married to someone else.
What? You are?
Yep, after you and Ashley ran away together, I met a man who actually cares about me.
No way! Who is he?
A colleague at work introduced the two of us. He's from around here. That is, he's Korean. I did tell you, didn't I? I live in Korea now. No way! I don't believe you! Good God, what is it now? So you really are living in Korea right now? I told you that days ago. Why are you bringing it back up now? And you're actually married? Not just that, your husband is. He's a total freaking hottie! This might not mean much coming from his wife, but yeah, he is a real beefcake, huh? No way! You're lying! I still don't believe you! Okay, fine, I'm lying. Whatever. I don't really care whether you believe me or not, so go ahead and think whatever you want to. Are we done now? No, we are not done here! I can't believe it. You're really telling the truth? I don't know how many more ways I can say it, Ashley. I'm telling you the truth. Actually, I did turn down his proposal once. I was afraid that marrying him would mean I would have to move away from my parents. But then he told me that he would be willing to help them relocate to Korea along with me. That is so unfair! How? Exactly what part of that is unfair? Don't act like you don't know! I am 10 times prettier than you! Why do you get all the good guys? Maybe it's because I don't associate with men who judge a woman's worth based on her appearance alone. And are you sure you should be talking like that? You have a husband, after all. Yeah, and what about him? He's way more of a cheapskate than I thought he'd be. He doesn't pamper me at all. I had no idea married life with him would suck this much. He tricked me. Evan just talked to me about you the other day. He said that you seduced him into dumping me and getting with you. You two really are perfect for each other. There's nothing perfect about this marriage at all! Hey, Naomi, can I talk to you about something? I'm gonna regret asking this, but what is it? I want to live in Korea too! Okay, well, you're gonna have to get a visa first. Do you have any marketable skills? I should let you know, it's gonna be pretty hard to get approved without a college degree. Don't be so dense. Can't you read between the lines? Your little sister is telling you that she wants to live in Korea. So, So, this is the part where you say, "Sure, Ashley, how about you come over here and live with me?" Isn't that obvious? I already told you that I will never live with you. I'd sooner drown myself in a big vat of kimchi. What is it with you? Did I really do something so bad to deserve this kind of hatred? Why, yes, as a matter of fact, you did. You slept with my fiancé and broke up our engagement. For God's sake, Naomi, that was over 3 years ago! And I'm the one who got the short end of the stick anyway! Evan's a total loser! When you really think about it, it's your fault that I ended up marrying a good-for-nothing guy like him! So you owe me for that, Naomi! You're out of your mind, Ashley. Why are you being like this? Don't tell me. Do you still have feelings for Evan? Is that what this is about? It's uncanny how alike you two are. Evan said the exact same thing to me. So then it's true! You do still have feelings for him! Well then, have I got the deal of a lifetime for you! You've got a husband that you don't love, and I've got a husband that I don't want! How about we trade? You can have Evan back, and I'll hook up with your new husband! Wow, I'm sorry I wasted the "you're out of your mind" line earlier, because that is true insanity. It's a win-win situation. Everyone gets what they want. And think about your husband. You know he would rather have me to keep him warm at night than you. I'll show him what a real woman can do. Stuff that you could never do for him. I don't know whether to laugh or to cry. I don't get it. What's wrong with that deal? Well, I give up. Nothing I could possibly say would get through to you. What's that supposed to mean? You're acting like we can just trade husbands like they're trading cards. It's not my call to make, or yours. We'd have to talk to our respective husbands first. You know, I guess you're right. That's a good call, Naomi. Go and ask your husband about it right now. Actually, no, wait a second. I need to take a good picture to show off my feminine charm. I'm gonna take a second to get dressed and put on my makeup, then send you a picture. Wait until I do that to talk to him, okay? And make sure you show him the picture. Right. Whatever you say. Oh man, this is gonna be great! I'm gonna have a gorgeous Korean husband! Don't count your chickens before they hatch. We're not talking about chickens, we're talking about a man. And I know how men work, so I know for a fact who he's gonna choose. I'm sure you do, Ashley. I'm sure you do. Naomi, what's wrong with you? Why did you do that? Do what? Evan just talked to me, and apparently he found out about my idea of swapping husbands. Yeah, and I told you before that we'd need to ask our husbands how they felt before making any decisions. Well, yeah, but I meant your husband. You didn't need to ask Evan about it. All that matters is that your husband sees my picture and makes the obvious choice to be with me instead of you. But now, thanks to you, I'm getting kicked out of my house. Evan's telling me he wants to get divorced now. Yeah, and what were you expecting would happen? You called him a loser and a good-for-nothing and told me you wanted to trade husbands. I would lose what little respect I had for him if he did anything other than divorce you. You screwed me, Naomi! You royally screwed me! What are you getting so upset about? It sounded like you were leaning toward divorcing him from the very beginning. Yeah, but only after I found my next husband. I wasn't planning on cutting off the guy who was financing my lifestyle without a safety net. Sure, Evan might be a loser, but he was the loser who was paying for all of my stuff. You're something else, Ashley. Every time I think you couldn't possibly be more selfish, you prove me wrong. I will never forgive you for doing this to me! Never! Now, calm down. Aren't you forgetting something? I haven't given you my husband's reply to the whole husband swap thing. Yeah, that's right! I almost forgot! I might be down on my luck right now, but that's all gonna change real quick once my Korean cutie buys me a plane ticket to heaven, Korea! Korean cutie? Are you being serious right now? Why are you calling my husband cringy nicknames when you don't even know his real name yet? Oh, what's in a name? We'll get to know each other eventually. But anyway, stop stalling and tell me what he said. You showed him my picture, right? Yes, I most certainly did show him your picture, in all its digitally altered splendor. Excuse me? Digitally altered? All I did was use a little filter to improve the lighting. That's not digitally altered. I don't know. It looks like a completely different person to me. I don't care what you think. I care what my new husband thinks. Tell me what he said about me. He said, she looks like she has every single quality that I hate in a woman. What? Yeah, Koreans really don't hold back, do they? Hold on, is that really what he said? Like, is that some kind of Korean cultural thing? Do you think there's some cultural thing that turns hate into love? Well, think about it. People used to say bad to mean good, didn't they? That's not what this is. He said what he meant, literally. So, what's that mean? Is he gonna do the husband swap thing, or...? I thought that would be obvious, but I guess you need me to spell it out for you. The answer is no.
Naomi, is it true?
What? Is what true? You can't just open a conversation like that. Is this about Ashley?
What? Why would you bring up that piece of trash?
That piece of trash just so happens to be your wife, you know.
Yeah, well, not for much longer. I already told her that I want a divorce. She's really desperate to get back together with me, though. She came to me all like, I didn't mean it. It was all a joke. You're the only guy for me. Yuck, she makes me sick. So no, I don't want to talk about her again for the rest of my life. I'm talking about your husband. Did you really get married to the CEO of one of the biggest companies in Korea?
Well, yeah, but just so you don't get the wrong idea, I had no idea who he was when I met him. I didn't even know about his business until after he popped the question.
That's awesome!
It is? I mean, yeah, it is, but why would you think that's awesome?
Never in my wildest dreams did I think I would make such a massive connection like this! Okay, so you're gonna set up an opportunity for us to meet as soon as possible, okay? Oh, and I'll need you there too so you can translate. Actually, you know what? I think we can just skip that step. You're his wife after all. You could just use whatever techniques you usually use on him to get him to sign a contract with my company. Thanks so much, Naomi. You're awesome!
Evan, I know you two have been through a lot, but you should really try and make up with Ashley.
Huh? Why?
Because the two of you are perfect for each other. It's like you're practically the same person. No matter what, you always have to make it 100% about yourself. Like, for real, Evan, after all you've done to me, what makes you think I would help you?
Well, I'm in a lot of trouble, and you're the only one who can help me.
Yeah, and so what? I don't care if you're in a lot of trouble. Actually, I take that back. I am thrilled to hear that you're in a lot of trouble.
Hey, you can't talk about me like that. Sure, I might have cheated on you and hurt you a lot, but still.
You're gonna have to be way more specific than that you hurt me a lot.
I mean, I hurt you a ton. Cheating on you was one thing, but with your sister? I'm really sorry. That was terrible of me. So what do you say?
I say that you need to keep going. You're not done owning up to your sins yet.
I'm not? What else did I do to you?
You kept cheating on me and didn't tell me until the day before our wedding. All because you guys thought the surprise would be funnier that way.
That was Ashley, not me!
Oh, you think that because Ashley is the one who dropped the bomb on me, that you're blameless here? You went along with her plot, so you're just as guilty as she is.
Okay, you're right, and I'm very sorry for that.
You are way too late to apologize.
Please, Naomi, you've got to listen to me. I really was thinking about taking you back. You know, get married again. But then I found out that you're already married to someone else, so...
Excuse me? You'll take me back?
Shoot! I'm sorry, that's not what I meant to say. Give me a break. You know I'm not very good with words. I'm trying to tell you that I still have feelings for you. I really do regret what happened 3 years ago. I made the biggest mistake of my entire life. If only that damned succubus wouldn't have seduced me, then we could have had something. Every day I wake up and regret what I did. So, well, that's just it. I'm down bad and I still have feelings for you. And if you have any feelings for me left in your heart, then please do me this one favor.
Oh, Evan. All right, I guess I can do you this one favor.
Really? You'll do it?
You want my husband to make a deal with your company, right? He's absolutely head over heels for me, so if I ask him to do it, he'll give in without a fuss. But we'll need to get things moving quickly, so you go ahead and get everything ready on your end while I take care of things over here.
Yeah, I'll get right on it. Thanks, Naomi. You're a real lifesaver. Hey, Naomi! Just checking in with you. It's been a few months and I still haven't heard back about the contract.
I'm busy now, Evan.
I know. I'm sorry to bother you. Just asking if there were any updates.
Are you saying you don't think I'll pull through for you?
No, that's not it at all.
I don't have to do this favor for you, you know. It won't hurt my husband's business at all not to sign a deal with you. If anything, it's just going to mean more work for him for not much benefit. So I'll thank you to not rush me.
Okay, you're right. You're totally right. I got it. Sorry. You're really doing me a huge favor, Naomi. Thank you so much. I'm just saying, it would be nice to get an answer before too much longer. Naomi, come on! How much longer are you gonna keep me hanging like this? You're taking way too long!
I'm sorry, what are you talking about?
Don't give me that! I'm talking about the contract with your husband's company! I've had an entire team over here working overtime the last several months to make sure everything's ready to go right away when we sign! I have several of my suppliers waiting for us to make our order from them, too! So would you hurry up and get your husband to sign?
Oh, yeah, that thing. Yeah, I'm sorry about that, but my husband said he's not interested.
What?!
Bummer, huh? Sorry to disappoint you.
What the? But you said, I thought, why would, he's not interested? What do you mean?
Yeah, I tried talking to my husband about doing some kind of nominal deal with your company, but he said he doesn't do that sort of thing. He's a pretty no-nonsense kind of guy. He's not one to waste resources on smaller projects when he could get a bigger return elsewhere.
Oh my God! When did he tell you that?
I don't know. I think it was around 6 months ago or so.
Wait a minute, 6 months ago? But that's around the same time that we first talked about this deal!
Oh, really? Ah, yeah, that's right.
If you knew back then that he wasn't interested, then why the hell didn't you tell me?
It was, I don't know, it was kind of embarrassing for me. I had told you that he'd do whatever I asked him to do, but then he just turned me down without even letting me finish my spiel. What was I supposed to say? My husband doesn't obey me as well as I told you he did. So I kept asking him from time to time over the last 6 months when he was in a good mood, but he turned me down every time. I've played all the cards I had at my disposal and nothing worked. I can see now that it's never going to happen, so I have no choice but to break the bad news.
This can't be happening. This cannot be happening. I've spent money I didn't have, paid my team tens of thousands of dollars in overtime, made promises of big orders to suppliers who trust me.
Oh, really? Gee, that sucks.
No! You were planning this from the start, weren't you?
I'm sorry, are you accusing me of something? I don't take kindly to such baseless allegations.
Don't think for a second that I'm gonna let you get away with this, Naomi. I can sue you for this, and I'm going to. You're gonna compensate me for all my business expenses and punitive damages. I hope your husband's as rich as he sounds, because you are gonna be on the hook for millions when I'm done with you.
You're free to sue me if you'd like, but I'm curious. What would your charges be?
Fraud! You dangled the promise of a big contract in front of me and convinced me to waste a lot of money, then pulled the rug out from underneath me!
Oh, okay. I don't know, though. Even if that were true, would I really have to pay you damages?
What are you talking about? Of course you will! You're an agent of your husband's company!
I'm afraid I have to correct you there, Evan. I'm actually not an employee of my husband's company.
What?
I was helping you out at your company back when we were engaged, but I'm not doing that anymore. I'm just an ordinary, mild-mannered housewife now. You understand what that means, don't you?
No! What's that mean?
It means that you have absolutely no grounds to claim ostensible agency. All I am is a silly little woman who knows nothing about her husband's work. I presumed to have more influence over him than I did, and was embarrassed to find out that I was deeply mistaken. Then you, a supposedly professional businessman, believed that silly little woman's words at face value. Now, you can claim that I shouldn't have told you that I could convince my husband to sign a contract with you. But are you going to be able to convince a judge and jury that I should have to pay you millions in compensation over that?
I don't believe it! You really did plan on this happening!
Plan? Me? A silly little housewife? Nonsense!
Naomi, God damn you!
I'm sorry, I'm just not very good with this business stuff. Sorry, I should stick to just cooking and cleaning. Anyway, I hope you can find a way to fix this.
You had no right to do this to me. I didn't deserve this. You crossed the line, Naomi.
What line are you talking about? I didn't mean you any harm. But wow, you really sound like you're having a rough time of things. Are you gonna be okay?
No, I'm not gonna be okay. I've staked my company's entire future on the deal with your husband that you promised me. I have several hundreds of thousands of dollars in orders that I need to pay for tomorrow. And you just tell me now, on the day before that happens, that I'm not getting the contract after all?
Wow, is that true? That's great news for you, isn't it?
How the hell is that great news?
Don't you remember? It's just like you and Ashley said. Leaving big surprises until the last minute makes them a lot more fun. Since his company didn't have anywhere near the funds he needed to make the payments on his orders, his company went bankrupt overnight. And it wasn't just his company. Evan was laden with thousands of dollars himself, so he had to declare personal bankruptcy as well. My oh my, what an absolutely catastrophic fall from grace. Evan used to be one of the top players in his industry, but now he has absolutely nothing to his name. No company, no house, no car, nothing but debt. And it gets worse. Like he said, he had made a lot of promises to suppliers who trusted him. And since he ended up leaving them high and dry, he lost that trust in one fell swoop. Even if he managed to get himself back on his feet and start up a new business, I doubt any of his old business partners would want anything to do with it. No, I don't think there's going to be any comeback story for poor old Evan. He'll spend the rest of his life unknown and unsung, living paycheck to paycheck and barely getting by. And my little sister is in a pretty similar boat too. She got a pretty sizable payout when she and Evan got divorced. But she ended up spending the entire amount within a month. She tried to sneak out of the house with some of Evan's credit cards and even went on a bit of a shopping spree, but he soon figured out what she was doing. He canceled the cards and sued her for the amount that she spent, but she didn't have any way to pay him back. She was penniless. She went around trying to garner pity for herself by making me out to be the bad guy, but how was she gonna hurt me? I'm in Korea, and since my parents are in Korea with me, there was no way for her to go running to them for pity or money. Not to mention, they had already disowned her as their daughter back when she stole Evan from me. Plus, her shallow and selfish personality meant that she had only ever made friends who were as shallow and selfish as she is. Meaning all the people she once called friends quickly revealed they were only associating with her because of her husband's money. Now that the money's gone, so are they. Now I, on the other hand, am doing just fine. Fantastic even. My parents are doing well, my husband's business is doing well, my marriage is doing well, and we're expecting our first child next year. I've got absolutely no complaints, and I rarely even think about what's his face and what's her face anymore.